Let me introduce you to a buck I named Little 10. He showed up in the spring of 2024, was very daylight active on the farm all summer, ran around with two or three different other bucks, and continued to be daylight active throughout deer season. However, I never did lay my eyes on him. I even put out some food late season to try to get pictures, but never did. And then I did find his shed early spring 25. Now, fast forward to June, and I have this buck show up who's got a unique point coming off his right main beam. And not knowing who he is, some time passes, he disappeared and showed back up 2 months later as a nice big 10 point. And I was not able to figure out who this buck was, so I was just assuming he was a new deer on the farm. And all this time, the little 10 has never showed up. Finally, one day I'm looking through some trail camera pictures, and I noticed on this new 10 points left ear, he's got two tears in his ear. And going back through some pictures, I found that the little 10 had the same two tears in 2024. Knowing this, I had named the new 10 Marvin. Um, I decided to let him keep his name Marvin, and from that day forward, that would be all I would refer to him as. So very daylight active again. Had him down on probably 40 acres of the farm very consistently, and it made it easier to hone in on how to hunt this deer. So this here is the hunt for Marvin, aka the Little 10. All right, well, I just got back to the truck here. What a great morning. I seen 3 bucks, a couple does. But when they're in that corn, man, they're hard to see. And wouldn't you know it, 9 o'clock, my shooter Marvin goes walking by at 20 yards in the corn. I couldn't film him because I couldn't hardly see him with my naked eye. The corn's so tall, but I did get the binoculars on him a couple times, and that I knew it was him. He walked up on past me to the north, so I know he's bedding in there. So I'm going to leave him alone tonight. I'm not going to go back in there. The wind just isn't good for it. I'll hunt the west side of the farm, and then I'm going to make a game plan for the morning. I think I'm going to move about 150 yards west tomorrow morning and try to catch him coming into the corn instead of him already being in the corn by the time he gets to me. So that's the game plan. We'll be back at it tonight. Well, good morning. October 27th already, and it's about 8:30 now. I'm sitting in my rut stand where I shot my buck last year, and this should be about the center core area of Marvin's home range here. I haven't seen him in this spot on my trail camera in a couple of weeks, but I've seen him all around it, so I'm just going for broke more or less because I don't know where to set right now. So we'll see what happens. that's a little exciting and frustrating all at the same time. I just had my target buck walk in here to about 50 yards, and I was covered up in does and fawns. And I had a doe at about 15 yards, and just typical doe, acting weird, so she runs off, and he's standing down on the road in the bottom, not having a clue what's going on. And he eventually just walks back where he came from. So he acted semi-nervous, but we'll see. We'll just have to get back after him tonight in a different spot. So, all right, we're back at it this afternoon, 27th of October. Had a dang good morning this morning. Had my shooter at 50 yards down in the bottom of this piece I hunt, and there's does all over the place, so he just didn't come in. No shot, even at 50 yards. And he's been daylighted either right where I'm going or on the bottom east end of the property. And since he headed back to the west when he left me, I'm taking my shot and hoping he comes up here. I'm on a picked cornfield that has some oak trees on it and stuff, so hopes are high. I'll get in here. Hopefully tonight is a great night. Alright, as you can see, I made it up in here, and hopefully I got the best possible wind. It's blowing out of the east, which means it's blowing out into that field. With any luck, Marvin is bedded back behind the camera, and it's down over a ridge. He was headed that way this morning from a stand on the east end of the property, so this spot was really good last week, and it's been slower this week, and I'm not sure why. But for an east wind, I gotta be smart. I don't want to sit in the wrong stand and screw this up. So this is probably my best option. I have oaks, cut corn. There's a couple scrapes here, so it's a recipe for killing a big buck. So let's just see if we can catch a break, and God'll bless us with a big buck tonight.
like a... Yes! Yes! I just shot Loki. I cannot believe I just shot Loki. I had a feeling he would come up here tonight after where I seen him this morning, and he was walking right down the road, 25 yards. I feel like I may have hit him a pinch back, and he stood over here at 50 yards for quite some time. And then he finally turned quartering away enough. I just stuck another arrow in him at 50 yards, and he went down in there. So we'll give him a while. And we'll see. It's going to be plenty cold enough tonight, so I may just wait till the morning. But yeah, baby, yeah.
All right, well, here he is. It actually turned out to be a real easy track job. After the second shot, he only went about 50 yards and laid down. We just left him overnight. Because the first shot was back, you can see in the video, and he actually took a step right before I shot, or started to take a step. So we played it safe and just let him lay overnight, and he was right there, which was perfect. So feeling really blessed to shoot this buck. I seen him 3 times, once yesterday morning and couldn't get a shot, and then last night, and once early in the season. And once again, my dad was down here, which just makes this that much more special that I could have time with him. And he's 75 years old and still hunting and still enjoying it. So to kill another buck 1 year and a day later with him here again is just amazingly special. So I appreciate all you guys watching and hope you enjoyed this video.